Hey guys, how's it going? It's Alpha here, and today is the last day of the challenge dungeons, and this is my attempt at level 10. Now, I've never done a level 10 challenge dungeon before, but I thought this would be a pretty good one to pour a bit of stamina into to see if I could do it because it's a rehash of challenge dungeon 7. So you're going back a bit. We've been up around the upper teens. So going back to 7, it kind of rewinds the game a bit, and you're dealing with stuff that's not quite as difficult. So you can see I'm in with my Awoken Sakuya hybrid light and dark team. This is a team I've been taking into lots of the harder content I've been going after. And this dungeon is not too tricky. There's two things to be aware of. You got to be hitting for around 6 million hit points per monster, roughly. Some are not that high, but the first 3 of them are. And the other thing is that Zeus Dios has a preemptive that you have to be able to block. He hits for quite a bit. So you can see here I'm dealing with Satan. He's got his normal mechanics and stuff, which means he has a small preemptive. He puts up a shield. He hits for 6,000 and binds someone. And I have just a little bit of life left on him, but you see I don't have the orbs to actually fully activate, but I think if I'm able to just hit him down a bit, put together some TPAs, I can go ahead and do some damage there. So I don't hit him, and he actually, I got kind of lucky there that he hit his Wave of Fear again, and that he bound a sub that was not essential to activation. So once again, I'm left with a board I cannot activate on. This time I'm aware I really better put together a decent combo since I can't activate. I need to get some TPAs at least, and there we go. I'm able to take out Satan without activating. And you can see this is where the dungeon gets a little bit tricky for me. The next couple stages, this is Hera Awoken Dancing Queen Hera so she's jamming it out with some doublets. And you can see I put together a nice 49x attack, but what did I get her? Not even quite half. And I don't have enough to activate, and she will hit hard every single turn between 21,000 and 31,000. So quite a bit. And so right now what I need to do is heal up and take her out, really. So I go ahead and I use a Kali active early on in the dungeon. Ideally you're going to wait for a while to use these, but I knew I needed to take her out and heal up, like I said. So I was able to do that with the increased Skyfall. I get a couple Skyfalls to increase the attack combo, and down she goes. So I'm down a few actives. I've used my Izanami, I've used my Yomi, I've used my Dark Kali. And here we go, we're facing Hera Ice, who again is pretty tough. She's got 6 million hit points, and she has the Skillbind Preemptive, which no one's really going to go in here without a team that doesn't have full Skillbind. But she does hit for a decent amount. And she's either going to hit for a large amount, that would have, obviously I have the shield up, but that's a 17,000 hit, or 19, 16, 17,000, somewhere around there. And she does that, or she does binds. So, of course, with this team, if Yomi is bound, she's the key sub here, because if she's bound, I can't activate. Anyone else, I have duplicates of the colors. Of course, Awoken Sakuya is unbindable, so I don't have to worry about her. But the other ones, the dark is unessential, although it is my big attack. You can see right here I'm attacking without the dark, and it really doesn't do too much. And, of course, there we go. Yomi is bound, and I cannot activate. So at this point, I have no shield up. I know she hits hard. I don't have any lights, so I can't activate. And even if I did have a perfect board like this with Light Kali, I am unable to activate. So I have to use Kieran's Boisterous Dance, which is Awoken Sakuya's active move, and it will hit for a 20% gravity and reduce a bind by 3 turns. So I'm able to free up Yomi, set up a board with no hearts on it, with a guaranteed activation, and be able to go after. You can see what I do right there is not a great solution. I only hit a 5 combo, so it's only a 25x attack for Awoken Sakuya. So what I need to do here is, once again, the good news is the board is good right now, but I have to use Sakuya's active once again to deal with the binds that I just got put in. So I've got a decent board here. You can see I've got the makings of a light TPA on the right side of the board, and I've got a decent amount of blue orb. Well, I've got the red orbs, the light orbs, obviously the dark on the far side, and I have to make the green. There we go, on the other side as well. So that one was a much better combo. Obviously, I hit all my colors, and I'm able to get a 7 combo for a 49x attack and take out Hera Ice. So next we have Awoken Zeus Olympios. Olympios? Is that his name? Yeah, Olympios. So now he only has 4 million hit points. Zeus Dios only has 3 million hit points, so they're not quite as high for the HP there, so they're a little easier to take out, but of course they have some big attacks. Zeus's main attack, his default attack, is 19,000 hit points, and then he goes up from there. If you hit him down a bit, he'll do 29,000. Under 50%, he's going to bind up your gods, and under 20%, he's going to wallop you for 48,000. So if you knock him down, you want to make sure to take him out. So right here, my thought is to go ahead and heal up, knowing that above 75% he's going to hit for that 19,000. So at this point here, I'm unable to activate because I don't have enough light orbs. So I use my Dark Izanami once again. I'm going to have her up for the next stage, which is Zeus Dios, who has the preemptive. And I go ahead and I put together a decent 7 combo. I actually get some Skyfalls here, 9, 10, 11 combo, which is good because it heals me up more because of the, I connected the hard orbs and I got the high combo, but I never actually got an activation. And once again, I'm dealing with a board I cannot activate on, unfortunately. So here I use Dark Kali once again, and I'm able to, of course, activate. She makes a board that you're guaranteed to be able to match every single orb and hearts. I know I want to be able to do some decent damage here, so I do a pretty nice solve. I get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 on my own with the Skyfall into 8. So again, that's helpful because I need to heal up here. So I'm at 14,000, and I'm heading into the preemptive. Now I do have Dark Izanami shield up, but I still barely make it. So that was really, really cutting it close. So the good news is that he has, as I mentioned before, 3 million or 3.2 million hit points, and his first turn is a gimme. He will do a status shield. He will not attack. So I'm able to go through, actually get a nice board that I fully solve. I Skyfall into that, Cascade into that Jammer match into a 49x combo, and I get him down pretty far. And of course, as I mentioned, he doesn't attack on that first turn. So all I need to do is make sure I solve this board, and he's going to for sure be going down. He doesn't have a lot of hit points, and I've got a board that I can fully activate on. So let's see here. I'm taking some time. Actually, if I remember correctly, I was at work when I was doing this dungeon. And I think I had to go and sign for a UPS package during this turn. That's why there's a lot of fast forwarding, even though it's not a particularly difficult board. Anyways, so I go ahead. I get all of my key matches right off the bat there. I set up the green Cascade to put together the final color needed to activate Sakuya's leader skill, and down goes Zeus Dios. So now here we go, we're at Awoken Zeus Stratios, who's back up into the 6 million hit point threshold, I guess. And just looking at what I have left here, I've got a Light Kali active up, I've got an Awoken Yomi active up, and I don't have a board I can activate on. So the first thing he's going to do is hit for 15,000 hit points. And if you notice, I have 12,500, and I only have 2 hearts on the board, meaning I'm dead. So I decide to just go all in here. So of course, I have my Awoken Yomi back up from using in the beginning, as well as the Light Kali, because they are both max skilled, which is very key, for some of these shorter dungeons. And I know that I've got to make some TPAs here because I need to pretty much one-shot him. The only chance I could possibly have is hitting him between 20 and 50%, which would have him bind my gods, which again would be pretty risky because I'm not sure where my Awoken Sakuya skills are at, but I don't think they'd be up because I used them earlier on and she has a 10-turn cooldown, whereas Sakuya and Yomi have 8 and 7 respectively, and they just came back online. So I go here, I'm able to put together a dark TPA, a light TPA, and waiting there, I'm put together that final last match of green orbs for a 36x, and I skyfall into a 49x, and with the TPAs there, it is enough to take down Zeus Stratios, and right there is my first level 10 challenge dungeon clear. So I had to kind of, go back in time to one of the earlier challenges. I've seen a lot of people doing their first clears on this one, and it's obviously a very proud moment. It was only the second time I ever tried the level 10, and I zero stoned it there, so I was quite happy. And yeah, I don't know. I'm finally feeling like I'm able to start tackling some of the higher end content. I still have never tried Arena. I've done a few with the Legend Plus, but not all of them. And I feel like I'm finally putting together teams and getting at a high enough skill level where I can make all those combos, do all the activations. So I'm excited to tackle some of the harder content now and see what I'm really capable of doing. So I'll see you soon. Obviously, there's a lot of exciting stuff going on in the game right now. We finally got 10x Descends, so everyone's going to start putting together some really awesome Hypermax teams, and it'll be pretty fun to tackle some of the new content with those. Take care, guys. I hope you enjoyed. Please like, subscribe, and I'll be coming out with a lot more content in the near future. See you then. Hey guys, one last thing. I almost forgot. I always seem to forget. I'm now streaming on Camcord, which is a cool platform where people are just streaming mobile games. It's camcord.com, Kamcord.com, and my username on there is AlphaPad as well. The same thing it is for the YouTube channel. So come hang out. I like to stream, maybe a couple times a week, and it's just fun to chat and hang out, talk about the game, and just kind of, just chill and hang out, clear some content. Hopefully I'll see you there.